Here are a few of the ways your firearm might be taken by law enforcement in Kentucky. If your firearm is seized as part of a criminal investigation or arrest, for example, as evidence, or if you're charged with a crime. It can also be taken if the firearm is abandoned, turned over, forfeited, or subject to asset forfeiture under detention laws. A court might also order its forfeiture following a conviction or other legal process. In special cases, a firearm may be subject to confiscation due to other statutory reasons, though Kentucky does not currently have a broad red flag law. Hello everyone, welcome back to The Right Slant. Today we're focusing on Kentucky. We'll discuss what happens if your firearm is confiscated and what you can do to get it back. If you find this helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future breakdowns of each state's gun confiscation and return laws. Let's go through how the law works in Kentucky, starting with step 1, understand the statutes. In Kentucky, key provisions are found under KRS 500.090, which deals with forfeiture of property, including firearms and ammunition. Also, KRS 16.220 addresses the disposition of firearms confiscated or abandoned to the Kentucky State Police. Under KRS 500.090, all confiscated firearms and ammunition, not retained for official use, must be transferred to the Kentucky State Police for disposition as provided by KRS 16.220. This transfer must occur not more than 90 days after confiscation or abandonment, unless the firearm is held as evidence, as per KRS 500.090. KRS 16.220 states that before a firearm is destroyed or sold, the state must attempt to determine if it was stolen or unlawfully obtained from an innocent owner and return it. This is provided that person is eligible to purchase a firearm under federal law. Step 2. Determine if you qualify as an innocent owner. This means a person who lawfully possessed the gun and is eligible to purchase a firearm under federal law. Their firearm also must not have been used in a crime or illegally obtained. If you meet that standard, you may have a right to seek return of the firearm. Step 3. Confirm the firearm is not being held as evidence and the 90-day transfer clock. If the gun was seized and is needed as evidence for a criminal case, it may stay with the agency until the evidence purpose is resolved. After that, the 90-day rule kicks in. If confiscated or abandoned, it must be transferred to the KSB within 90 days, unless held as evidence, per KRS 500.090. Step 4. Documentation and claim to law enforcement or court. You would need to submit proof of ownership and eligibility to possess firearms under federal law. This includes demonstrating no felony conviction and not being adjudicated mentally defective. You would also want to engage with the court process if forfeiture has been initiated. Under KRS 500.090, a lawful claimant means the owner or lien holder of record, and there is a process for the trial court to notify a lawful owner before disposing of property. Step 5. Monitor disposition and possible return. If the agency determines your firearm was not stolen or unlawfully obtained, and you are eligible, the statute directs its return. Essentially, if you qualify, you have a path to getting the gun back. KRS 16.220 explicitly says the state police must attempt to return it to the lawful innocent owner. Step 6. When the firearm may be sold or destroyed. If you are not eligible, for example, under federal law, or the firearm was used in a crime, return may not be available. Then the law allows the state to sell it at public auction to a federally licensed dealer or destroy it. In Kentucky, confiscated or seized firearms must be transferred to the Kentucky State Police within 90 days, unless held as evidence, under KRS 500.090. There is a statutory duty to return the firearm to a lawful innocent owner if it was lawfully possessed and eligible. You must show lawful ownership and eligibility under federal law to be considered an innocent owner. If you're disqualified or the firearm was used in a crime, then return may not be available, and the firearm may be sold or destroyed. Because this involves legal process, you should consult an attorney experienced in firearms law or asset forfeiture in Kentucky. Thanks for watching The Right Slant. I hope this breakdown gives you a clearer picture of how firearm confiscation and return works in Kentucky. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we release the next state-specific guide. If you're dealing with a gun that's been confiscated, contact a qualified attorney right away. This is not legal advice, just information. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.